Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube. It's your girl Honey. Today we are talking about attracting the Cancer man. Now, I actually thought I had finished this entire series, this how to attract through the sign series. Didn't realize that I actually had Cancer, Gemini and Virgo left to do. So I thought, let me just get this out the way now, because I am completing series by series. So let me just get this out the way. I started this series like in the summer. We're now in December. I'm very late, I'm sorry, but we're here. Better late than never. So we're here. Anyway, what can I tell you about Cancer energy? Cancer is a water sign. Its ruler is the moon. Okay, its home is the fourth house. The fourth house represents your foundation, just where you come from, your mother. The moon represents the mother as well, and it's your emotions, you know, the dark side to your personality. Cancer is also a cardinal sign, along with Aries, Capricorn and Libra. They're big on getting things done. You know, they're very good in the workplace, and they make very good managers as well, depending on the field and the rest of the chart. So you guys, you're here because you're trying to figure out how to attract these men. Now, I don't know if it's just me, but it can't just be me, because this is how I feel anyway. It can't just be me. But I find Cancer men, they always have this, God, he's just a bit too good to be true kind of energy when you first meet him. Straight away, like you're in the talking stages, and he just seems like, wow, he's like the ideal man. He's like the catch. I find these men are very good at showing the good side to their personality. However, let's not forget, Cancer is ruled by the moon. What does that mean? It means that when there's a full moon approaching, okay, you will feel Cancer men may have a few mood swings. These men can be a bit moody at times, all right? And you've got to prepare yourself for the times where the full moon is coming. Be ready. The kind of woman a Cancer man values is a female who comes from a really wonderful background, a home environment. You know, he's very close to his mother. You know, they tend to have very good relationships with their mothers because they are ruled by the moon. The moon represents the mother. They're going to be very close to their mothers, and in some cases, depending on what could be aspected to their fourth house or even the 12th house or whatever, they may have issues with their mums. Okay, aspected to their moon as well, who knows. Anyway, but they tend to gravitate towards women who are very nurturing themselves, right? Nurturing in a sense where you're the kind of woman who wants to cater, wants to cook for him, wants to clean for him, wants to pick out his ingrown hairs and his beard, you know, just very infatuated over him, just all about him. They have this. Now, if he's in a good position with his mother, you're going to have to be someone who understands that you may have to take a back seat. And a lot of the time, Cancer men don't realize that they do this because they look at it as it being normal. Like, you know, why wouldn't I be close to my mother? A lot of the time, they put their mother or their family before their partners, their female friends. Not friends, but you know, their spouses. Why? Because they have a very good relationship with their family, but sometimes their priorities can be a little bit, you know, hot or cold. I'm not sure if I should prioritize my wife or my mother, depending on how good their relationship is, obviously. So with that being said, you need to be a woman who is prepared to come second at times. Because there's a lot of influences from the mother, you also need to realize that, now if he's very close to his mother and he likes you, he's going to want you to meet his mother. Whether he met you that week, that night, that month, you know, he's going to want you to meet his mother. Why? Because the opinion of his mother matters a lot to him. You know, he has to go to her to ask her, you know, Mum, I've met this girl. You know, just I want you to meet her. It means a lot to the Cancers, but I guarantee you probably would not have been the first person to meet his mother, because He values her opinion, so he will bring everyone to the house, his friends, his family, his friends, his girlfriends, and most likely his mother will have an opinion, you know, on you, and she will state it to him. Don't bring that girl back to my house. I don't like her, blah, blah, blah. And he won't bring you back because he will listen to her first, because her opinion is a priority. You've got to be the kind of woman who is very interested in where he comes from, you know, what's his foundation like, what's his family life like. You want to ask a lot of questions about his mother, you know, his siblings, where he's lived in the world, what holidays he's been on, where he feels at home. You know, ask him a lot about food. Why? Because the moon also rules food, and Cancers love food. Don't mess with a Cancer's food, okay? You want to win him over, you cook him that hearty meal. And you also cook him a takeaway for his mum, okay? If you're going to make him a meal, say, look, give this to your mum. I make cookies, or I bake, or I do this. Make sure you pass them for his mum, because his mum will be, oh, that's really nice, but she might also feel that her place is being taken as well. But he would really appreciate that gesture from you. Cancer energy is very, very sensitive because it's water. Why? Because it's feminine water. Why again? Because it's the moon. So you've got to be very careful with your subjects of discussion, very careful with your level of humor. You know, if you've got a very brash, dark humor, I know that my humor is very brash, and when you're laughing with these Cancerians, they may not find what you find funny. You know, I wouldn't laugh at anything that's to do with animal deaths or torturing or anything sinister like that, because Cancers are very gentle and very sensitive, and they love animals. You know, just bear that in mind. You need to have you need to be sensitive to his sense of humor. The kind of women that they like, and I noticed this as well a lot with Cancer men, they tend to end up with a lot of Sagittarius females. If you want to learn more about those, click this link up here. Please watch that video. It's either Sag females or Capricorn females, which you should click that link as well, okay? These men end up with Sag women because in the beginning the men always show that they're very they're gentleman-like, they dress well, they smell really nice, they're taking you out on dates, they're initiating dates, they're cardinal signs, they always initiate stuff. However, when you get close to him and in a relationship possibly, he's going to want you to pay certain times. The reason why I say that, and this is not everybody before anyone has a heart attack, alright, but this is Cancer energy, period. He's going to want you to be ambitious yourself, because most likely he's going to be really ambitious. And he's going to want you to be ambitious in a sense where you're making your own money and you are a boss chick. These men really enjoy chasing females, alright? And I say this because they don't take rejection seriously. You say to a Cancer man, or in order to win him over, don't be a yes girl at all. Don't say yes to him for everything. Make him run around, because he enjoys the chase. He loves chasing because he's in it for the prize, and you are the prize, honey. These are the men that like the chase because it's exciting, it's thrilling for them. And I find they always end up with Sag women, because Sag women tell a Cancer man what to do and how to do it, and Cancer men tend to enjoy doing it because it's thrilling for them. And also they're very nurturing, and they tend to provide that nurturing energy that a Sag woman or even a Capricorn woman may not be able to give to a Cancer man all the time. Like, Capricorn is not the most nurturing energy of the zodiac anyway, and also it's the opposite to Cancer. So Capricorn tends to be a little bit cold, not very expressive, and Cancer is very expressive. It's the moon, it's about expressing, you know, and they always seem to find each other. Why? Because opposites attract. Now, when it comes to these men, most of you will find that he's going to be here today and he's going to show a lot of interest, and then he's gone tomorrow. Now, what he's doing is he's just testing you to see if you care. He's basically attention seeking. These Cancer men tend to do it just to see if you're bothered about them. Best thing to do is to kick up a little fuss, you know, give him a ring, cuss him out quickly, and then get over it straight away. You know, let's just arrange to go out on a date or do an activity and have fun, act like it never happened. But they like to test you to see if you care, because they're probably caring, but they want to just test you to see if you care also. Now, because Cancer men are very nurturing, they come from a nurturing background most of the time. They are rulers of the nurturing house. They tend to be attracted to nurturing shaped women. In other words, women who have big tartars, you know, very full figures, very womanly figures, you know, because it's nurturing. The second house is nurturing, especially if someone has Jupiter in their second house, or if they have Jupiter in their fourth house or Jupiter in Cancer. They tend to be very nurturing looks wise, like big tartars, big boobies, and they like that. What I've noticed as well with Cancer men, right, they like their women to look a particular way, but Cancer is also a water sign, so they're very below the surface. But I find Cancer out of the water signs, along with Scorpio sometimes-ish, right, but Cancer tends to have a particular thing where they like the above the surface. They like their women to look really pretty, you know, really stylish. However, they also need their women to have a lot of depth, a lot of feeling to them as well, because they can't just settle for someone, for example, like a Taurus. Taurus is very above the surface, very materialistic, you know, they look very nice as well, but Cancer needs that below the depth feel, that vibe, you know, that deepness. So you've got to be the kind of woman who brings that to the table, both of those. So like I said, what I was going to say, in the beginning I said they like women who don't depend on him, on them, right? So you definitely need to be ambitious, have your own business. For example, like, I feel like they also work very well, obviously, with Scorpio, who's a fellow water element. And Pisces needs to have more earth elements on their chart, just so they are working a bit more and not doing so much creative stuff, because creative doesn't always bring in the money. Cancer men like a woman who's making money and being creative and doing multiple things and stuff. So, you know, you've definitely got to bear that in mind, that you need to be a woman who's making money, you know, got your own life, being very creative, etc. You can't just be, you know, a painter, artist, or whatever. You need to do a bit more. So that's my video on how to attract the Cancer man. I hope you guys have thoroughly enjoyed it. Please check out my playlist on how to attract through the signs, and let me know what you think. I will speak to you another time.